Do you need a multi-head screwdriver? RYOBI sent us out this cool little multi-head screwdriver kit that comes with 3 different heads, well, 2 different heads, and then just the head it actually comes with. Fits any of your typical 1/4-inch hex bits and bit adapters. So let's dive in, take a closer look at this thing, and then we'll come back and wrap it up. Full disclosure, this is a sponsored video because, as we mentioned, RYOBI sent us this out. We did not purchase the multi-head screwdriver kit. However, that never affects our opinions on tools and what we recommend. This is the all-new RYOBI USB Lithium multi-head screwdriver kit, and the model number is the FVD51K. So this is a kit that comes with the battery. I believe it also comes with a charger. I don't have the cord in here, but it's just a USB cord to be able to charge this battery here. So obviously the USB lithium line is charged with a USB cable. There's other ways to charge it as well. I'll show you that here in one moment. But this is a multi-head screwdriver kit, as the name implies. Now, right out of the gate, you get the actual screwdriver, I guess, or electric screwdriver. That's a little more than a 90-degree angle there, so a little more comfortable than a 90. And then you have a hex bit there, 1/4-inch hex, that's going to fit all your standard 1/4-inch hex bits. And then we get a couple of other heads here as well. So like an offset where you can kind of get into a flush mount situation, or where you're maybe having to work somewhere near a cabinet or something like that, where you need to actually screw or unscrew something near a wall. So that really helps with that. And then you get a 90-degree head as well that's going to pop onto the screwdriver and allow you to then reach something at a 90-degree angle, whether it's something tight where you're working kind of up or down or sideways or whatever. Again, that 90-degree offset. And you can use the standard bits that comes with it, which is 10 different bits. You have several that are actual Phillips and posi drive, and then one that is a standard bit, and then 2 Torx and an Allen key as well. Now we'll go ahead and take off the cap here and slide in our 2 amp hour USB lithium that comes with it. It just slides in, and then the cap goes on, and now it's ready to go. You just have to slide this one way or the other, depending on whether you're righty-tighty or lefty-loosey, and then pull the trigger. And that trigger goes pretty much all 3 fingers there on the handle, or 3 of the fingers on the handle. You can easily slip this into the center portion, and it doesn't activate the screw mode. And again, slide it one way or the other. And you get a LED light right there that tells you the status of the battery as well. So once that starts dying a little bit, then that will turn to a yellow to let you know that it's time to charge the battery. Also get an LED light right there below the tip. Now to change out these tips, very easy. Just grab this. It's just kind of a rubber cap here. And if you twist a little bit or grab it with your fingertips, it pulls right off. And then I can take the head here, and you see the little locks right there. You can kind of pull those back. But to put it on, you don't need to do anything. So I've clipped it on. Now if I need to rotate that or take it off, now I'll pull these locks back, and then I pull it off. I can reposition this and go that way, pull it again. So you don't need to squeeze them to put it on, just to remove it. And you can see all the different index locations that you have. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So looks like 3 times. So it looks like about 12 different locations where you can actually index that 90-degree head. Oh, look at there. So pull this up, and there's our charger right there. So the charger cable is in there. And so here's the offset tip, same way. Want to offset toward the top. By the way, 200 RPM on this, not sure of the torque rating. Obviously, you're not going to be driving deck screws with this, but we'll see if we can't drive some kind of standard screws with it. So if we needed to drive just something simple like a small drywall screw, I believe that's a 1 inch. And then even getting into like a small cabinet screw. So it's not the fastest in the world, but it will definitely drive these screws. Now here's a longer, that's probably a 2 inch drywall screw. Looks like we went too far. So again, takes a little effort to do so, but was able to drive that screw. But again, your smaller screws are what this is going to be more efficient at for sure. But if we wanted to, we needed to drive that screw by reaching down. Could do that, or so now I've got the offset towards the top, so I can come in here and get really close right there. And I can get in here really close to the edge. And if you wanted to use this to do some disassembly or assembly on projects, put any of your tips in, it works for you. And then even things like on GM SUVs and trucks, underneath the dash, getting to like the AC blower motor, things like that, you have to remove a bunch of 7mm bolts, and they can be a real pain. But what would help would be something like this. And now you've got your 90-degree offset. You can get in there under that dash and be able to run those bolts and nuts out, even down the pillar post between the door where the door jamb is on the front edge. Getting just some of those pillar screws and bolts will be a great benefit to have something like this. So not the most torque in the world, but very handy to get to certain places. And by the way, let's talk about charging. So if I pull this out, you see that I have a USB Type-C port right there. So I could simply, from another battery or from a plug, be able to take my USB Type-C cable and charge that battery. Or if you're kind of into the USB, the micro USB system, then they make a multi-port charger where you can actually charge multiple of these batteries. Slide it in and it charge it, and then charge 2 more as well. Very handy. I think this is 30 bucks, and by the way, this whole kit is only 50 bucks. Check it out from Home Depot. Well, there you have it. Not the strongest screwdriver in the world by any means, but a cool little tool that may help you get into tight spaces, as well as just a handy tool to use for disassembly of maybe other tools and electronics and whatnot. Anyway, keep track of us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and even TikTok. And if you don't mind, would you hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't done so already? And by all means, if you hated our video, well, give us a thumbs down. But would you let us know in the comments why? Have a great day and keep smiling.